Yes, so good evening, my people. It's another beautiful Sunday to talk about it with your girl Jisola. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a bit late today again. I'm still trying as much as possible to make sure I adjust myself to the timing. Yeah, because I'm so much comfortable with the Friday. But then, since I just felt I shouldn't disturb people too much on Friday, because I have noticed on Friday night, most of us are always still on our way to the house. Yeah. So, and we know very well that Lagos traffic is always much. I am sorry, I'm trying to invite people. Yeah, I'm trying to tag people. Let me see. Okay. So I am trying to share with other people so that they can join us. It doesn't just have to be us that will be here. Yeah, so we're just trying to make sure we have various ways we can have people come online and join us. So it doesn't have to be just us here. Yeah. So I'm sorry about the timing, like I said. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother to play music today. Because usually we play music at the beginning in order to just whine and grind before the beginning. We can just get ourselves ready. But yeah, today I didn't do that because I just wanted us to start immediately since I've taken a lot of time before I started. And like I said before, this is 9:23. I want to make sure I don't spend more than 30 minutes here whenever we're having our programs. Yeah, so that we don't waste much time here. So welcome once again. This is your program, Talk About It with Jisola. Yeah, quality AI, talk about it. Yeah, today, I'm sorry I was unable to post what we are going to be discussing today. Yes, I was unable to do that because of the time frame here. So I should have posted and I should have prepared us so we would know that we will know exactly what we are going to be talking about today. So I'm sorry about that. It shouldn't be too new to us what we'll be discussing because last week when we had a program and we were talking, I could remember that one of us asked a question and I appealed so that we can move it to today. Yeah, so that we can talk about it today. So if you are going to be watching live, if you are watching live, if you'll be watching later, please make sure you drop a comment. Yes, please make sure you drop a comment. And please, the only way you can motivate your girl, share, like, follow. Yeah, that's the way you can actually motivate us and make us continue to do what we are doing. And then it gives us more encouragement to do better. Yeah, that's how it works. So the question the person asked is why, or I'm trying as much as possible to frame the question properly. Yeah, I think the question is why, or what could be the reason, what should we think could be the reason why your girlfriend will save your name formally. Yeah, as expected of most people, once you're dating somebody, pet names, yeah, is expected to be used to save the person's name. Yeah, and even if you're not going to use pet name at all, probably the person's name directly, yeah, maybe, but saving it formally, like let's say the person's name is Sheung, or which other name can I use here now? Okay, let me just use my, okay, let's say the name is Damilola. Yes, let's say the name is Damilola, and then the girlfriend saves it as Mr. Damilola. Mr. Damilola. Yeah, what do you think would be a reason for that? Why would a lady do that? Yeah, I have thought about it, and I'm just going to say my own bit. We can't say precisely the reason why the person saved it that way, except the person says it herself. Then it's now left for you to believe or not. Yeah, it's left for you to believe the person or not. Now, I am going to cite something as an example. The way people we take names, like pet names, the way we save our boyfriend, our girlfriend names, the way it is being taken is very, very, very important, because I have seen a situation of somebody who actually was dating another person, like a lady. Yeah, so what the lady used to save the guy's name was Obim. Yes, Obim. I think, was it? Yes, Obim. Yes, I can't even remember the meaning of Obim again, but that's actually what the person saved the guy's name as, and I think that's the same thing the guy used to save the lady's name. That's what they usually use. But you know, at some point in time, I think they had issue. Yeah, they had issue. So something that looks like a breakup. So during that period of time, probably like 3 months or so, the name was changed. She changed the guy's name from Obim to his proper name, Gongon, his name. So after some time, they settled. So I think probably they settled this week, and then like the next week the guy decided to visit. Yeah, that was what happened. The guy decided to pay her a visit, and you know, I think the guy was looking for his phone or something. He was trying to call his phone anyway on the lady's phone, and he brought his name Gong out, and that was really a big one. Not be small fights. No, I don't mean exchange of blow, but then he got really angry. In fact, he left. He didn't complete his visiting. He had to leave. He was so hungry. You know, for some people they'll be like, hey, kilo letoto, that's not, it's not so supposed to be that much. But then the way we take things are very, very different. Some people take it lightly, while some people take it serious. Yeah, so the way we see things are different. You still see some husband and wives. Some wives save their husband name as their husband name. The husband too save the wife's name as the wife's name. And that doesn't mean they don't love themselves. It doesn't necessarily mean they don't love themselves. Some people don't just really fancy things like that. And funniest thing is they might be calling themselves pet names in the house, but saving it on the phone. It's not because they are hiding anything. It's just because they really do not see any big deal about it. Yeah, that's the way it is. Okay, so I am going to address that directly. It is either that probably before the lady started dating the guy, you know, it depends on how you met. You know, if it's a case where you met corporately, that the lady had to save the number as Mr. So at the moment you started dating, she didn't see a reason to change it. She didn't just, she wasn't bothered about it. She didn't think she was supposed to change the name from Mr. Damlola to my love or sweetheart or whatever. Or probably same thing, the way you met, choose corporately, and she had to save it as Mr. But you know, on the long run, when you started dating, maybe she's not just convinced enough. Maybe she's not convinced enough to change the name to whatever you think she's supposed to change it to be. Yeah, so I really do not want to say anything negative about it, because if we say we want to go into the negative, we'll say a lot. But then let's just try to be positive. Let's just see it as before you can get really angry about that, you should just try and weigh your relationship with the person. How is the person behaving? Is there any kind of suspicion? Like, does it look like she's dating somebody else that will make her not to save the name properly? And then, if it is somebody that is still a little bit younger, yes, if it's somebody that is a little bit younger, that probably the parents still check the phone, go through the phone, and she doesn't want the parent to have an idea of what's up with a relationship life yet. Yeah, I could decide to do that as a person. Probably my father is somebody that could just pick up my phone at any time, or my mom. Let me not say father, because I'm not sure dads used to do that more often like that. But you know, our mothers, you know the way they can be. They really want to know everything about us, and that's because they don't want us to make the wrong step. And they know that we have a lot that we hide. We don't tell them everything. We only tell them what we want them to know. So that's the reason why sometimes our moms are always a bit nosy. Yeah, they want to know what's up, what's going on in this person's life. And you know, sometimes it is not because you're supposed to be dating. No, it is not because of that. Fine, we know there are some parents that even when their children are still in the university, they believe you're not supposed to have a boyfriend yet. Yes, there are parents like that. But you know, we have some mothers that the moment they know that you are dating, in their mind, bring him home. You understand? In their mind, bring him home. In their mind, they want to know everything about him. In their mind, they want to take his name to the pastor to go and pray if he's good, so that you don't waste your time. You know, all those kind of things. So for reasons like that, some people tend to hide things like that for their parents. And maybe that's the reason why the person decided to save the name formally. At least ever read Mr. Adam Lola Lori phone me. You can't think. You can't ever think that I am dating this person. Except probably you go through our chats. And if the person knows the kind of mother she has, she could decide to delete chat, to clear chats. So I just really do not want us to go negative. There are so many reasons why anybody could do that. Yes, it could probably be because the person is cheating, but that should not be the first thing we should always think of. Let's try and be positive sometimes. It's not I understand the fact that so many of us has gone through so many people, we have met so many people, and because of that we find it very hard to trust people. I think this camera is too close, so we find it very difficult to trust people. So, but please, my brother that sent the message, try as much as possible to be positive about the reason. And the best way you can get an answer, that was what I said at the beginning of the program, is to ask. Let's try and always talk about things. You know, I have come to realize that so many things has gone wrong by saying we are thinking. Yes, you know, we live in a world where we try to do 1 + 1 together. You know, you had an issue with somebody, somebody did something at that moment that now looks like it. You now start doing your 1 plus 1 and 2 plus, and at the end of the day, most times it leads to misunderstanding. It usually leads to misunderstanding. So let us not try to calculate what is not calculative in our brain. Let's sit down, just the way we do here. Let's talk about it. Communication is the key to any wonderful, good, and beautiful relationship. When you see something, sit down and talk about it. It is very, very important and vital. When you do that, you get solutions to things more faster. Yeah, I know the fact that when you want to talk about things, some people tell lies. Fine, we understand that fact. But at the same time, we tend to do wrong calculations, do wrong judgment, do wrong conclusion by calculating with our own brain. By trying to calculate with our brain because somebody did something, we just try as much as possible to take two issues. It happened. You just try and be doing 1 plus 1, and at the end of the day, our answer is not always like that of mathematics. It's usually wrong. It's usually misunderstanding. So my brother that sent that message, try as much as possible to talk about it with whoever is involved. If the message is not for you, probably you're asking on behalf of somebody, talk to the person to tell the person to talk to the girlfriend. Ask. There's always a reason behind every action. There's always a reason. Yeah, there's possibilities the person is not convinced enough. There are some of us like that. We just feel like, just like these days, we have this post that some people made one time like that. Auntie, Adeori ten gbesori status ten ṣe kini kan shoti shiboni and all that. Making jest of people who because they were in love, they were flaunting their relationship, and probably because they now had breakfast like we used to call it. So we now start making jest of it, that many people believe when you're in a relationship and you're not sure yet, you should just let it be between you and that person and all that. But whatever philosophy you have, it's fine. I'm sorry, there's cold at the moment. So that's the reason why I'm coughing small. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, so like I said, talk about it. That's the most important one. But I have given my own reason that I think. Then our viewers too, I've been seeing somebody that has like 2-3 people that have been coming, going. So if you are here with us, because I know the network can be very funny at times, and it makes it look as if they are not here. So if you are here with us, you can drop your comments, whatever you think could be a reason for that. You understand? So we can drop our comments. And if you see the video later too, you can drop your comments. Let somebody learn from what you know. You might have had an experience too about something like that. Maybe somebody saving your number with a formal name, or probably your own name, instead of the person using pet words like my love, my sweetheart, and all that. So whatever you think happened, whatever that happened on the long run, so let us know. Let's share from your own experience. Like I said, the experience I shared earlier, it was just because they had a fight, and that was why the name was not there again. And when they settled, it was just like barely a week, and she has not even thought about changing the name. So it's not because there was somebody somewhere or something. No. You know what happens most times when two lovers are fighting? In fact, at times they used to delete their numbers. I don't want to have his number again. Meanwhile, the number they had. The number is on the head. So we just kind of acts funny. You know, I don't want to have anything to do with this person again. Blah, blah, blah. You delete the person's number. I like the number still did yet. You never delete and come up for it. So possibly that was actually what happened. And maybe the person sent a message later. They just decided to like, okay, let me save his name. Because we don't know what this thing is going to be like at the end of the day. So on the long run, it looks like things we're going to settle, but then you need suru ni jare. For me, but then you need suru. That's just what I feel about it. So talk about it, just like I said. That's the best solution to whatever it is. I'm not sure. I think this is our second week, and I promised third week. So by next week, Sunday, even before Sunday, by God's grace, I would have made sure I announce on our page the winner of our clothes. Yes. But then, another big one is coming. During the course of this week, I will try and make sure I announce it. I'll make another short video to tell you what to do in order to win. Yes, another big one, a bigger one is coming. And I'll tell you exactly what you need to do in order to win that. So thank you so much for joining. Mr. Julius Adeyemo, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate the fact that you always come here to join us. Thank you so much. See you next week Sunday, 6 p.m. like we have had last week. I think we were late last week and we're late this week too. But I promised next week I will try as much as possible not to be late next week. Please show your girls some love. Like, follow, and share. You like our page. You follow our page. Then our videos. Try as much as possible to like our videos. View, like, and share. Let others to be a part of it. Fasasi Afiz Ayobami, thank you so much for watching. Let's come on. Now you give yourself name or not be me give you name. But any which way, either late coming or not, you are welcome. And you can still watch the video later. Yes, when you watch it later, then you'll be able to give an answer to our question and what we discussed. What do you think about it? Yes, so you can still drop your comments. It's never too late to do that. So, like I said earlier, the only way you can motivate your girl is to like, follow, and share. Like our page, follow our page, share our videos, and like our videos. That's the only way that you can show some love to your girl. Thank you so much. See you next week. Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year in advance. Pata, every one of you will be in next year with me. I will not imagine showing you. Pata is because I started with Yoruba. Pata tajo wambi lajo ma peju tajo ma she next year. By the time tabatu ma continue program wa ni next year. So I love you all so much, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Yes, we started our week here today. Sunday is always the start of the week here, but I know back in Nigeria the week starts tomorrow, Monday. So you all have a beautiful week ahead, a wonderful one, splendid one. Owo to po, plenty of business, contract, yes, for next week. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Love you all. Bye. See you next week, 6 p.m. on Sunday.